Good morning, CTM Titans. This is Dr. C coming to you on Sunday morning from my living room. We are going to look at what's happening for us at CTM during the week of 10/25/2020. So this week of October 25th. Our vision at Coleridge Taylor Montessori is to empower all students to achieve academic success, socio-emotional growth, and the development of global and cultural competencies that will ensure future success. Our mission, the mission of Coleridge Taylor Montessori, is to provide a safe, hands-on, rigorous learning experience rooted in the Montessori method. In partnership with students, parents, caregivers, and staff, we will support the growth and potential of each and every child. Our core values: empathy, respect, equity, collaboration, and academic success. Our Titan promise is this: we, the Titans of Coleridge Taylor Montessori, value one another. We honor our differences and show empathy towards others. We respect ourselves, others, and our school. We collaborate as a community and work towards equity. And we are empowered to reach academic success and become next generation leaders. Happy Halloween week, everyone. We're so excited that we have made it to Halloween. We have another full week ahead of us of teaching and learning, and we can't wait to see how well our students do this week. We have students that are going to be taking math assessments and reading assessments. Parents, I just want to remind you how important it is for those assessments to be taken so that we can make sure kids are learning exactly what they need in the moment. Some reminders: please remember to stay at home when possible, mask up if you have to go out and be around people, and make sure you are washing your hands, both parents and boys and girls. We appreciate that. Those three things will help us make sure that we are getting as close as we can to being able to go back to school in person. In our slideshow today, we have some information again for prospective middle school parents. So all fifth grade parents, it's important for you to read through Miss White's slides. Miss White is our school counselor, and she has prepared some information for you that we'll look at. If you have not completed your virtual or in-person options, depending on what happens with the current pandemic situation, we all know that we may be going back to school, we may not. We've only had only 6% of our parents haven't made a choice. So I'm really, really proud and really, really thankful that you all have, for the most part, gotten onto that link and made a decision. Again, any decision that you make is reversible. You can change your mind. Again, we have listed where you can follow the Jefferson County cases and the Kentucky cases. We have some information about reading recovery support from Miss Arthur. This is for our students who are in kindergarten, first and second grade readers. We also have some information about our pandemic EBT forms that I'll be sharing. And then we're going to look at the NTI tutoring assistance locations because there are a few of those around the city. We have our shout outs for the week, our NTI expectations, and then a reminder about our meal changes that have happened. Miss Arthur, who is our reading recovery teacher, will be reaching out to a specified group of parents regarding a virtual parent collaboration night. She has 3 different options that parents can join her for a Google Meet. This is to help show parents of some of our struggling readers how to use a few materials that she is going to have prepared for them, specifically for students who still do not know their letters. If Miss Arthur reaches out to you, or if you receive an email from her or myself regarding this night, it is very, very important. As we are not in school right now, we need to make sure that our students who are still struggling with letter identification get some added support. And we know that NTI parents are not necessarily prepared for every single aspect of the work that is expected for students to be able to do. And we want to support you. So please, if you receive an email from myself or Miss Arthur in the next week or so, please consider participating in this learning opportunity for yourself and your student. If you have questions, you can email Ms. Arthur or myself. Again, for our 5th grade parents, please know that we have this slide here that has some links and also Ms. White's email address if you have questions. The middle school choices booklet is online. You should be able to get to that relatively easily. It's this link right here. And then the virtual middle school open house is also, the schedule is there for parents to peruse. Remember, say yes to JCPS. We have our election on November 3rd. There will be no school on November 3rd. Please, if you haven't done early voting, consider making sure that you have your polling location in order and you know where you're going. And please consider voting yes for JCPS. The first item on the ballot is a ballot measure that would help afford more financial support for JCPS schools, including Coleridge Taylor. Our staff of the week, Ariel Bigham, Rachel Jones, and Allison Lockhart. Miss Bigham joined us last year as a primary teacher. Miss Rachel Jones is a pre-primary assistant, and she works with Miss Maria. And Allison Lockhart is our special education or ECE implementation coach. So she's the person that helps out and makes sure that we are helping our students who have some specific learning needs. We appreciate all of these ladies. They've done a phenomenal job, and they help us stay afloat. We're going to be doing our Students of the Week every other week. So no Students of the Week this week. We'll have Students of the Week next week. Please remember to complete all of your forms on the JCPS Parent Place page, including your EBF form. This form right here allows us to make sure that every student in our building gets free lunch. If you have Chromebook or hotspot issues, please call the school and email your teacher to pass along questions or needs. Sometimes we have Chromebooks, sometimes we have hotspots. It just depends. So it's important that you reach out before you come up to the school. It saves you a trip and also helps alleviate any frustrations so that we can be prepared for you. Don't forget to sign up for School Connects and School Messenger. Our Titan Cafe drive-through meal changes are going to be in effect from 10:26 to 10:30 and 11:02 to 11:06. And this is all part of this week and next week. So please know that we have the changes. They are going to be providing multiple meals for multiple days during these days. So just know that this is the plan. I know they've been giving several meals for one day. Now they're going to be doing multiple meals for multiple days just for this window of time. Remember, we update our school portal every week by Monday morning, and you can find that on JCPS's website and also through these links here. And continue to allow your students to do their work on their own. We appreciate it. We've seen a reduction of parents helping students get their work done. Remember, when students are allowed to do their own work, we know exactly what they need based on what they're able to do. It doesn't mean that you can't help them on occasion, but students need to do their very best and try very hard. And if you have questions about the work that your child has been provided, please reach out to your teacher and they will be able to assist you. Remember our virtual learning expectations. We're glad that students are here. We're glad that they are with us. We're glad that they are focused. We're glad that they're staying muted. And we're glad that they're using kind words, kind faces, and kind actions. One request that I have is that we would appreciate if students were alert and awake during our Google Meets. It's very difficult to teach a child who's sleeping. So help us out, parents, by making sure that your child is actively awake, finding a place where they can sit and do their Google Meets and their activities is important for everybody. So the other thing that I want to remind parents about is that if you think your child is doing work online and you are confused or have questions about what they are completing, reach out to the teacher and ask if they have done the assignment and it has been submitted correctly. We have had students that are opening assignments and submitting assignments, but not doing anything with the assignment to show us what they know. So they're not physically completing the work, they're just clicking the button. So do us a favor, and if you have questions, reach out to your teacher and they are more than happy to assist. Again, if we have issues with students on Google Meets, which we have had very, very few, and we are so, so impressed with how our students are doing with managing themselves during our Google Meets. We have our virtual learning expectations that are here. So kudos to you parents and kudos to our students for being on it. We've again had a few issues, but not too many, and we appreciate all of the support that we're receiving from families during this time. And because you all are supporting us to make sure your child is learning, we want to support you. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you need anything, you can always reach out to Mr. Baker or Miss White for support. That's all for me from my living room today. I am hopeful and prayerful that we will be back together as soon as possible. In the meantime, and in between time, reach out to us if you need anything. We care about you, and we'll talk to you soon, Titans.